get because you get upset with just the truth. Why is this important? Because modern women simply can't handle the truth. So much so that here comes the shame, insults, guilt, the need to be right. Now they're starting to try to recruit people to try to come at me. I want to see somebody kick his ass. Why don't you just get better? Why don't you just become the women that your mother, your grandmother, and your great-grandmother were? You know, the women that got married and kept men? Why don't you become the women that men actually want instead of trying to say, well, I want to see his woman. Trust me, my woman ain't got nothing for you. You can't hold a candle to the women I deal with. And I will tell you right now, when I do decide, if I do decide, you'll be able to hear a rat piss on cotton because I don't deal with trash. Trust and believe.
Number one, like, yes, he dresses nice and he came in here with an attractive woman and stuff. So he's doing what he can to paint the picture. But I think that the main thing that his content points out is just how women have had their hand held through life so much and are so not used to being told what's real. And on the other hand, it's like, if you're a fat dude who's ugly and is not going to get any pussy, I mean, it's just, the world is lining up to let you know that you ain't shit. And a lot of these women, they
fat guys get fucked. That's not true.
They figure it out at like 35 that they're just not, the world is just not as accommodating as they've been told their whole life.
Fat guys get screwed. Yes, because fat guys who get screwed have had to make themselves valuable. See, what you didn't say is fat, unattractive, broke guys get screwed. See, and gentlemen, we know this. So, like I say to all my critics and detractors who tell me my tone and this and what woman you're dealing with, tell you what, sis, homegirl, you bring your man, I bring my woman. Let's see what happens. Let's take pictures. Let's line up side by side and let's see what happens.
I'll make you famous.
I don't think you want to do that. It'll be a bad goddamn day for you.
And now we have Kevin Samuels to let them know. And I think that he's actually doing important work.
I can't wait for Dr. Umar to get his ass. I really hope they get
And hey, let me say this too. Dr. Umar and any other black men, do not allow women to put batteries in your back. This is a main thing that has brought the black community down right here. When a black woman cannot defeat the argument, she wants to send somebody at the black man to destroy. So that's like, I can't wait for Dr. Umar. What do Dr. Umar and I disagree with? Black families with black people, black men lead and black men taking responsibility building the community. What do we disagree with? Black boys at the bottom need to be improved. What do we disagree with? Outside the fact of calling you Queen Mother Goddess sea moss gold. As men, we will slide that to the side because the things we agree with are a lot greater. See, that's what you women don't understand. It's because your asses get petty and snippy and catty with women. You can't overtake men because you can't even work together. You got women who don't like some chick from the 4th grade because of something she did and the other chick don't even know. And you want men to act catty. You're not going to get men to act catty like women because we understand without us, this thing falls apart. So stop trying to recruit men to come and go get him, Dr. Umar. Go get him. Dr. Umar got his own business. He got his own purpose. And trust me, before he can do anything with you, he's going to need men like me to help him realize his dream. Check your shit at the door. Get better instead of trying to get me. Look at this. This is how far they'll go because they can't handle the truth. Stop him. Stop him. Don't say it. Go beat him up. Shut him down. This is why 911 ends up at your house, police knocking on your door. Adam 22 ain't calling nobody on me. It's my Nubian queen.
But Dr. Umar's living in a fantasy world. Kevin talks about real shit.
How is Dr. Umar in a fantasy?
Because he kind of relies on these like fake arguments too of being like, you say mean things to black women. It's not really about that.
No, Dr. Umar is like way deep. Mind you, he's super homophobic and I can't even believe I'd be sticking up for him like this. But like, right. I have really seen Dr. Umar for the good in what he's taught people about blackness that I fuck with.
Oh, you heard that? Now, I don't know what her sexual preference or orientation is, but she said he's super homophobic, so I'm going to agree. I'm going to assume that she's at least in favor. But she's seen the good that he's doing. So about blackness, so she fuck with it. Then I challenge you, ma'am. Don't speak my name again. Don't say a word about me until you understand who the hell you're talking about. And that's another problem in our community. People are always talking about people before they actually go do their research. If you don't do your research on me, keep my name out your mouth, please. Especially if you want to speak with some sort of authority, talk about I'm a horrible person. You don't know me. You don't know me. You don't know about the content. And I will put your warped, small perspective against the dozens and hundreds of black women who have said thank you to me. The mothers, the wives, the daughters who say I'm a better wife, I'm a better daughter, I'm a better spouse, my husband and my future generations, thank you. Go to my comment section. I don't post I could post them, but I'm not going to. But see, that would be too much like right. Because all you have to do, gentlemen, is just say something that they don't like, and then boom. See, in our community, it's real easy. They don't want to listen to you unless they like what you look like. And then you got to say what they want to hear. If those two things aren't there, then you might as well be invisible. Problem is, I can be seen.
For it. I think like when I'm making the Dr. Umar Kevin Samuels joke, I really just want someone to see Kevin Samuels. Like I want to see someone really tell him about himself because I think he needs that. I'm not that person to do that. You're not that person to do that. But
now, why don't you come tell me about myself? Why don't you do that? Seems though you know so much about me, why don't you come tell me about myself? See, the problem is women don't like to be told about themselves. All I do is take calls and have consensual conversations with willing adults and just ask questions. That's it. But I have the nerve to do it. I have the nerve to just ask the uncomfortable question. And it doesn't matter if I have a 23-minute conversation with somebody on the wrong day about the wrong topic, someone who could afford to book service. Doesn't matter. All you remember is the 2-3 seconds of a 23-minute clip that I didn't sit there and kiss somebody's foot and tell them man, if you don't get out of here.
Dr. Umar, I think it really tear his ass the fuck up.
But I don't know. I just don't.
And let me qualify. If we debate the subject matter, the facts, the data, the statistics, the outcomes, not the opinions. If we debate the subject matter, anybody.
I think that the arguments that I heard from that viral video about Kevin Samuels, I just didn't think that's not going to hold any weight. If they're going head to head in a debate, I just think Kevin's going to wash the floor with him because it's so much more ground level perspective of how we actually know that people operate.
It's just the message that he's giving. He's not really telling you like you need to like, you know, put your standards in check. He's really like shitting on these girls to the point where he's like, this is what you deserve. And
but
I think
those are the women who call in and ask for relationship advice. So it's kind of hard for me to like I agree. If you were to just choose a random woman in the public eye and just start rating her.
Listen to this. He's doing this. He's doing that. You watch my content, how long? And this is a person, and this is another content creator. Talking about a content creator, you don't watch my stuff. You should know better. But honestly, you do watch. You watch enough to know that I'm going to tell the truth, and I'm going to call it right down the middle. And wait till you hear one of the most outrageous points. Because I've debunked so many of these superficial, easy, second grade arguments. Shout out to Quine Brown. I told you, this is quicksand. You fools is too easy. You got to come better with this. You're used to dealing with people that are just going to back down. I'm going to lean into the argument to see what you got.
Dating possibilities that would be very like bad,
I mean, in a way, it's like the Jerry Springer shit, right? It's like, yo, why do they go on this show when they watch every week and they know they about to look crazy?
Right.
But I don't know. Maybe it's hard for me because of the age. Maybe because they're black women. Like, I just feel like every clip I've seen when he's shitting on a girl, they're black. And like, that's really hard for me to watch.
I feel like that's just his audience.
Every clip. She see me shitting on a black woman. Ma'am, disingenuous at best. Clip with almost 1 million views on it with me talking to 3 non-black women. 2 of them. On WorldStar. Countless videos on WorldStar, me talking to non-black women. Countless videos on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook memes. Knock it off. The fact of the matter is, you, just like Sister Shahrazad Ali said almost 40 years ago, Black women have been held apart from their memes. Knock it off. The fact of the matter is, you, just like Sister Shahrazad Ali said almost 40 years ago, Black women have been held apart from they've been held apart from introspection, critique, and they're part of the problem. And that's the problem. You have not been critiqued to where any critique seems to like you, that you're bashing. You expect to win everything you do. Have you ever seen somebody who just expects to win all the time, and when they finally lose, they're shocked? Look on your left ring finger. Do you have a man of value actively vetting you to be his wife? If that's not what you want, like it or not, we got 1 out of 4 Black women were married. At least double that number want to be married. Because the next lowest rate of married people in this country is white women at 54%. Just admit, you don't like the truth, because the truth is going to make you have to be accountable solely for your part.
I feel like he would be eager to talk shit to a white woman.
It might. You think so?
I don't really see, I don't think it's racialized, besides the fact that he just has a largely black audience.
Well, I just mean the viral clips of you calling girls ugly. They're always.
And believe me, he takes it way too far. He says the rudest, most fucked up shit I could ever think of. I mean. And he knows that he's doing that, and he's going to get extra.
No, I don't take it way too far. I match energy. What you see, it may be too far for you, but I give exactly what needs to be given, because we don't start out far. We start out exactly where we need to start. The problem is some people only hear far. And that's what you folks need to understand. Stop shooting the messenger, because look about it, every time I've taken it too far, it's because every incremental adjustment was being overstepped.
Media attention from his audience for
But see, Howard Stern, a Charlemagne, people like that can make those moments happen without being that disgusting.
Who?
That's talent. What Kevin Samuels is doing is just mean. The way that you can bring out things to people and either get them a little riled up or angry or whatever, that's not you really, really shitting on someone for this fucking moment. That kind of shit, I don't really like that.
I would never want to be in the position of having to do the kind of content that Kevin Samuels does. But actually, that's why I think it's almost kind of brave, because Charlemagne would never speak to a woman on his show that way. Granted, he doesn't interview just random ass women who have nothing going for him, but I feel like he has too much of a career. He knows that his career would probably fucking torpedo if he said that kind of shit. The point, though, I think, is just to be real, just be honest.
Charlemagne doesn't need to do that.
But don't you think we're in a...
And that's the point. Nobody else can risk doing it. And she said it doesn't need to be done. Oh, 1 million subscribers and men every night say it does. And that's what bothers them. I don't know why they keep coming back. Why they keep coming back? Because just like the countless of men I've spoken to today, shout out to you, brother. Hope you and your wife had a lovely anniversary. You know who I'm talking about. Black man after 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 other 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 man after woman after woman after woman. Every time I go out, I hear thank you. So to all you women who can't seem to understand that this is actually helping. But see, it only helps the people who want to be helped. It only helps the people who actually want something healthy that's going to facilitate a conversation. You get to understand where the men are coming from. See, the problem is, think about the hype. Think about the anaphylactic reaction I get. It's almost like Kevin Samuels' derangement syndrome. One guy with one YouTube channel gets all this heat when you've had 40 years of men ain't crap. To the point to where he doesn't need to do that. He doesn't need to do that. The nerve of you. Maybe you need to be quiet and listen instead of talking about what you don't know. But that's the problem with women not being able to handle the truth. They want to shut down discourse so it can just go back to being comfortably numb. Okay, here's the problem with that. you're not getting the outcomes you want.
Society that really disincentivizes being honest.
Is honesty calling someone a linebacker?
I mean, if she's the size of a linebacker, then I mean she's a linebacker, right? I mean,
I feel bad, bro. Like,
nobody would ever get on a woman's ass for saying the same thing to a fat man. Basically, is what I would say about that.
The way that he shits on people, I don't know, bro. And I feel like fat guys get fucked, bro. Like, I fuck chunky dudes. Like,
I know the world is set up unfairly for sure.
It is, because I started to look past it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'd be like, all right, he's funny.
Yeah.
I'm like, your car.
Yeah. So we'll screw fat dudes, but we ain't talking about just short-term hookups over here. We're talking about relationship. So shout out to Adam22, because I appreciate the fact that he, they have the conversation. And I think more and more men who may not even necessarily like what I do understand the need.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Spotlight News. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. So this time around, we are going to talk about Talk the Talk, and Mr. Kevin. As this lady came in to complain about what Mr. Kevin Samuels always would talk about. Let's not forget to give respect to the fallen legend, Papa Kevin Samuels. Your legacy, we shall always put a legacy on your name, and your name shall be remembered forever for developing the Black society and for improving all the Black society, ladies and men, wherever you are. May God keep you blessed and may your soul rest in peace. So this time around, this lady came in to complain about Mr. Kevin Samuels. Yeah, as you know, he was such a loving and a calm person. He was like, I have no complaint about this, but you can't come in for an interview and you're like, it's like going for an interview, and so when they're trying to ask you about something, you're like, what? Damn, why are you asking me this? It's like you've come for an interview, but you don't really feel like you need to express yourself. You need to talk about yourself. You need to to give that credit to yourself. You need to talk about you're here in an interview. They're asking you, what's your name? What's your age? What's your this? And you feel like you want to rule the interview. So at the end of the day, you come, it's like me coming to an interview. I'm like, they ask you, am I married? Then I'm asking you, the interviewer, are you also married? Okay, I'm a lady. I love that about I'm a lady. Yes, I love it. But at least let's try to cooperate. Eh? Let's not assume our motherhoodness, Ladies, we are so argumentative. Even when we don't know what to argue about, at least we shall try to argue. So I love it when Mr. Daniels called this lady on the show. So they were trying to talk about Mr. KS, and the lady was trying to complain about the character. So I don't know how to put this in shape, but ladies, okay, everyone has their own opinion to what you talk about. But if you've come and you've called, you want an opinion, you want someone to guide you, and you don't really feel that this person is saying the truth, swipe up. You can swipe up because you're the one who called this person and you want to be told, but in your heart you want to be told okay, you want to be held like a princess. If you ask and you're wrong, you want him to tell you that you're right. Come on, girl. If you feel like what they're telling you, it's hurting you and you really don't need to face the reality, I think swiping up is the best swipe up. We are enjoying the show. Learn something. You've called to learn. You've called to improve. You've called for assistance. Why would you argue? Why would you think that that's their opinion? Someone is giving you their opinion about what you're asking, because before calling you wanted that opinion. So I think someone is giving you that opinion why you called, and you're the same argumentative lady around. So let's enjoy the show as we all see, and let's keep sharing and commenting and subscribing. But this lady, as she was complaining about Mr. Because I think everyone has their own opinion about something. I'm not saying that all what he used to say was right or what. I'm not arguing. Quote me right. But when 90% of them were right, as ladies, we are so big-headed. We don't want to listen. You call someone and you really want to talk about something or certain incidents, but you feel like the one is right. How can I frame this? In simple terms, we are unrulies. We are unrulies. And at the end of the day, when they're trying to guide us on telling us the truth and the reality of life, that's when we mess up everything. So guys, thank you for listening. This is Hot Muganda and Spotlight News. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and may God bless you so much as you keep on checking Papa Kevin Samuel's videos for more updates and details. Let's keep pushing and let's keep going. Bye bye. May God bless you and have yourself a lovely night. Bye bye.